What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Homestead Dan for yet another video. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about my tomatoes plants that I put in the ground. I did a video already talking about how I planted my tomato starts and how I was happy that I got them in the ground early, but unfortunately we have some freezing temperatures for the next 3 days. So I said in that video that I was going to show what I do to be able to help save my plants from freezing. So today, this is what that video is going to be about. Also, I'm going to have to do my okra because my okra decided to come up now. So I got okra plants that I'm going to have to cover up because okra like heat, hot temperatures and stuff like that. And so I'm going to do it for my okra. I also going to do it for my squash and zucchini. And I think they're going to be okay after I do it. Hopefully, there's no guarantee. I've done it with my potatoes in the past, and it definitely helped out my potatoes. But eventually, the snow came and the freezing ice, and that just kind of just ruined everything for the potato plants that I was trying to save. But other than that, they were doing fine with this method I'm going to be using. But yeah, so let me get right into it. First, let me show y'all the okra that's coming up. So as you can see here, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is a 5 okra. These are my okra plants that's growing right here. They started coming up today. I got some squash plants that's came up, and I actually planted this before the ice came, but they are up. I got more over there that's gonna probably be popping up. Oh, it looked like another one right there that came up. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squashes. I think six squash plants. So yeah, I'm going to be trying to help preserve these plants so that I can have it after the cold cycle, diminishes or go away. So this right here is a wheelbarrow full of mulch, cedar mulch. This is the cedar mulch that we mulched here ourselves. Got some big chunky pieces that I'm not going to be utilizing, but I'll pretty much show you what I'm going to be doing with this mulch. So as you can see here, I covered up my tomato plants, and they're pretty small, so they didn't take a lot of mulch that could cover them, but I will be showing you how I go about it with my okra plants over there. So I don't know if you can see this, but this is my okra. There's an okra right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. And the rest is still kind of slow coming. Oh, I got one right here too. So I'm going to be covering those up. But what I'm going to do is take about a handful of this mulch, and I'll just place it on top of the okra, just like that. Again, okra right here, place it on top. And what this would do is just help insulate the heat, protect it from the cold winds, cold weather, and all that stuff. So by the time the cold passes, I can just remove it, and it should be completely fine. I've done this with my potatoes, and the potatoes did fairly well up until we got freezing rain. And after the freezing rain, it all my potatoes died. So that was just an unfortunate event. But other than that, it definitely did well with my potatoes. And I would still have my potatoes now if it wasn't for the freezing rain. There's not a lot you can do with ice and freezing rain. So you just gotta kind of suffer the fate of reality, I guess. I don't know what you call it. Of the inevitability. I would say it like that. Of the inevitability. I'm gonna cover this one up too because they're starting to peak up right here. And I don't want it to peak up while it's freezing out. I'm gonna put some right here. Put some right there. And put some right here. I also have some squash over here too. we're going to be covering up. Put some right there. Whoa. Oh no. Planting my okra right there. Oh, look at that. Got a squash coming up right here too. I think one right here too. Wow. They're all starting to come up now. They're all playing peekaboo. I think I might have one right there as well. Looks like it's poking up. Oh no, it was just for show. So I got a couple more to, just a couple more to cover up. Yeah, I think that'll be it. That's not a plant. This is not a plant that I planted right here. This is something old, but if it does well, it does well. If it don't, I'm not crying about it. But I definitely want my okra and these squash plants to survive, and my tomatoes. So if this video helped you in any way, please consider leaving a thumbs up. And thank you for watching. Peace.